Hey, Chris here with episode 64 of Is It Worth Seeing Theatrically? And we're talking A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. This is from director Kogonada, starring Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, Kevin Kline, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and it reminds me a lot of Robin Williams' What Dreams May Come. There was a lot of potential for a really good movie, incredibly colorful, and it gets swept under the rug. And this one, sadly, I can't recommend this one in the theater. It's almost 2 hours long. And unfortunately, because of the fact that it kind of sweeps a lot of themes, and other ideas kind of get swept away, and the falling in love, the romance, that's kind of expected after the fact, seems to just happen instantly, and then they spend the rest of the movie kind of, I don't know, it's too slow, it's too long, and it doesn't really deal with the things it really should, as far as the movie goes. Like, there's just too much that is kind of thrown to the wayside. So if you've seen the movie, leave a comment down below, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do these kind of every week. Usually it's 1 or 2 movies, depending on what I'm able to go see. And I'll kind of stop now and go into a little spoiler of kind of my issues with the movie. So, I mean, as far as the movie goes itself, Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, really great. Fantastic actors. The directing of it is good. Like I said, it is a slow, long movie. They kind of are, Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, their characters are single loners. They're invited to a wedding. They seem to immediately hit it off as far as like looking across the aisle at each other, and then the bride and groom kind of get them to talk to each other. It's a awkward conversation. It looks like, oh, they're gonna start dating type of thing, and they end up going on their separate ways from the wedding. But they get back in their rental vehicles, and you're kind of, everything's done from the point of view at the beginning of Colin Farrell. So you're kind of, he gets back in his rental vehicle, and his GPS starts talking to him, and is like, hey, do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey? And he says yes, which then ends up with him meeting back up with Sarah, because she obviously decided to do the same thing, because she got the same rental car. And they go together and they find these doors. The GPS takes them to these doors in the woods, and they go through the door. And the first one is what was the first? It's like David's high school or something. Goes through and kind of experience everything of him as a 15-year-old, find out that the night of his big play where he was the lead, he told this girl they'd loved her, and she told him that she didn't love him, she loved someone else. And so there's these doors they come across that are kind of giving them this self-reflection of their traumas that have kind of shaped their lives as they've gotten older and everything. Then that's great. You know, if the movie had been about these traumas and they're going through and they're focused on how these traumas have shaped them to the point where they kind of understand, in order for us to move forward and everything. But every time they come out of the doors, it's just kind of like the same repeat of, I'm going to leave you. I'm a cheater. I can't let myself love anyone else. I'm only in it for the chase. And it kind of just, it didn't really stick the landing on any of them. It was just always about that. Oh, I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to be able to love you. You'll love me too hard type of thing. And 2 hours was just too long for them to be doing this over and over again, when obviously from the get-go they'd already made it obvious at the beginning of the movie that, oh yeah, he's madly in love with her, she's in love with him, and they obviously are going to get together, and that's going to be how the movie ends. But it wasn't entertaining, and it never really got to where it should have gone. Like I said, it ultimately was you could see the workings of a great movie, that just kind of didn't come together. And it's, I don't know if it's ultimately the director's fault in regards to this, where he decided that he wanted to keep going with things that he should have cut off, or if this was a failing on the writers. But Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie really were great in the roles they were in. It's just, unfortunately, the movie itself kind of falls flat on its face in regards to that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.